Hello there, Cancerians. I'm Michele B. We got the new moon in Pisces coming up on Saturday, the 13th of March. And under that energy, it's going to be increasing over the next week. But under that energy, things can be a little bit fantastical and dreamy, and we can be under illusions in our intimate romantic connections that are not reality. We have to make sure and keep one foot grounded in the present and what's really going on. Imagination is a wonderful thing, but it can be a little bit too much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull a card to help enlighten you about red flags that you're not paying attention to. Okay, what to look out for in this connection that you're in right now. So we got the Eight of Cups. I'm feeling like there's something that you don't realize about this person. They're keeping it to themselves, but they have just walked away from a connection. Oh, they're working on walking away because it was in reverse. They're working on walking away from a connection, and they're not quite out of it yet. But it's a connection that they invested a lot into, and they're disappointedly having to leave it. And they're, you know what, I feel like it's that they know they need to leave it, but it's really scary to be alone, right? A lot of us do this. I've been a person that has done this before, where I knew it was a connection that I needed to leave, but I didn't feel comfortable with doing it until I could see what other prospects were out there, until I could see that there was a life outside, like a romantic life outside of that person. So I feel like they are not done. Like emotionally they're done, but they haven't walked away from it because they're scared. Essentially, they're scared when it comes to doing the whole breakup thing. And I don't blame them, ideally we can be honest and forthright and just, tell the person that we're in a long-term relationship with that this just isn't working for me, but it isn't that easy for everyone. There's a lot of trauma out there that keeps people from being straightforward about their feelings, and you never know what the other relationship is like. So let's not be too harsh on them. But what we want is some advice for you, Cancerians, for those of you who resonated with that reading. So I got the Capricorn and the Fool. That's the King of Pentacles and the Fool in reverse. I feel like this is not a time to a lot of the time I'm like, trust your instincts. But in this case, I'm like, no, don't trust your instincts so much. I'm feeling like calling on a person that's grounded and skeptical and stable to give you advice about the person that you're with, instead of, because your instinct, your intuition is a little bit off kiltered because you're so connected with the moon, and the moon is in dreamland right now. And so either you can get you can be very prone to fantasy in either direction during this week. It can be the fantasy of things being really, really good when they're not necessarily, when this person's still got some baggage to sort out, right? Or it could be you're prone to the fantasy that this person is the biggest jerk on the face of the planet. But neither is true. The truth is somewhere in the middle. So rely on the suggestions or the advice from somebody stable and grounded that is out from the outside of the scenario to give you any kind of advice if you feel like you need advice. I feel like most of all, it's really important for you to keep one foot in reality at this moment. Go slow, even if it means not hanging out with that person much this week. Don't make any commitments. Okay? Make no commitments with this person for this week. And that's not long to wait, right? You need more information before you make any kind of, before you invest yourself too much, whether it's any actual verbal commitment or whether it is just an emotional investment into someone. Don't do it yet. Take your time, get advice from the people you know, and really focus on your own stability for the long-term trajectory of this connection. And things are always prone to change. Things can change just like that. It's just on the trajectory right now. What's most likely to happen according to the tarot? We got two cards that came out. We got the Tower, which, you know, obviously doesn't look awesome, and we have the Four of Pentacles. I feel like Cancerians in this case are already prone to be very guarded and defensive with their heart, and not being able to fully trust this person because they're hiding something, and you can intuitively tell that they're hiding something. That's going to make you feel guarded. And then the Tower being there, it's like this person is creating their own disaster because they want it. They want to break off the relationship that they're in, the other relationship that they're in, so much that they're inadvertently trying to make it crash around them so that they can get out of it. It's a subconscious thing. The Tower is always a subconscious desire for change that you can't make happen on your own. And so the universe steps in and makes the change for you. These people were at the top of the tower and they were all pissed off and bickering all the time and super unhappy. And so what did the universe do? It broke down the tower so they didn't have to hang out together anymore. And so that's what this person's doing, is like they're undermining, they're torpedoing their own relationships. And you know, I feel like it's the whole thing is making you not trust them, and that's not a good vibration for you to be in. So keep that in mind in the trajectory that it's in at this moment. Okay, stay grounded, keep your feet on the ground, and try to do things that will just give you pleasure just for you, and just like don't trip on it. Okay, all right, love you, Cancerians. If you really loved this reading, please make sure and subscribe so you can be in the loop about all my readings that I create. I do 2 or 3 a week, so there's always some information out there to benefit you in a positive way. I'll see you later.